After reviewing so many kits and the last stuff pack, as well as the worst DLC for The Sims 4 that was Journey to Buy 2, I just had to keep going. Especially because I anger the fanboys by not mindlessly praising these things, apparently. So, of course, that means we're going to keep that up.
How dare you!
So today we'll be looking at one of the most controversial expansion packs for The Sims 4. I was going to do For Rent instead, but that thing is completely broken and will corrupt your save. So I'm avoiding that DLC like the plague. So instead, we're checking out Horse Ranch, where we now have horses and ranches and, oh boy.
Really? That doesn't sound good.
The entire concept of horse ranches, you can now have horses in The Sims 4 for only $40. Now ain't that quite the deal? $40 for horses. 40 fucking dollary dues for a fucking horse. $40. That's basically all you get as well. But more on that later. This expansion pack is all about the ranch lifestyle, except really not, as most of your time will be doing normal stuff with horses thrown in there. And that's about it. There's no real ranch living here, no cattle herding, no taming wild horses, no dealing with coyotes or bears, or anything of the sort that would pose a threat to your farmstead. Nope.
Oh, that's bullshit!
But hey, let's just start by going over the Create a Sim additions, right? I'll only be covering teen through elder stuff because I never use children in my Sims games. I hate kids. The world would be a much better place if we could just make test tube babies that can grow up fast in the lab into full-grown adults already. But that dream aside, most of Create a Sim is female only.
Man, didn't see that coming.
It's all the stereotypical country stuff too. Cowboy hats, jeans, jackets, Timothy's bangs, new hairs, new boots, and all that jazz. Nothing special really, but I like some of it. Anything but more modern, colorful crap we've already seen done to death in The Sims 4.
Hear, hear.
As for males, we once again get the short end of the stick. Color me shocked. Anyways, we got the same stuff basically in theory with the jeans, jackets, hats, boots, gloves, and of course a few new facial hairs, and that's basically it. So you may be thinking, that must mean they used up the rest of the space for the horses, right? I mean, they wouldn't be making the same mistake they did with cats and dogs, right? Oh, God. Right? Please tell me they didn't make the same mistake twice, right?
Right? Wrong!
Horses, shockingly, and yet also not surprisingly at the same time, come with barely any content whatsoever. They're so clunky to deal with in Create a Sim. They eat up so much of the screen. You can't really get them to stay still, and there's only 2 poses you can use, unlike cats and dogs, which have several. One, they stand, and the other, you find when your horse is drugged up by a certain man-bun freak. Oh, and there's no unicorns, so no demonic horses straight out of fucking hell to set your house on fire akin to The Sims 3.
God damn it!
You just don't get anything for them in terms of cosmetics. Horses truly are so boring and lackluster right away in Create a Sim. So let's just get to this. Oh god, this DLC is driving me up the wall. Let's just talk about the gameplay already. By starting out with the world. The new world is called it doesn't matter, it's just another Sims 4 hub world of staticness and nothing of anything to do, sectioned off into 3 sections. Yep, 3 sections just like Journey to Buy 2. Noticing a pattern here of a total of only 13 lots. Jesus fucking Christ, they just can't do anything right. 13 lots isn't nearly enough space for anything, especially once you consider other DLC lots you'll want to add into the new world. As for the world itself, it's nothing special, just yet another generic desert location with rocks, dirt, and cacti. Lame. Speaking of lame, let's cover what gameplay comes with this $40 expansion pack. How much do you want to bet there's nothing here to justify that price tag?
Sure, I'm game.
One of the few new things that comes with Horse Ranch is the forever in demand Nectar Making from The Sims 3 World Adventures, which isn't even that good. You must use one of a few select garden items you can then squash into juice. Yay, boring. Yet you'll always see the same animations and slip all the time no matter what. No matter the nectar making level. Much like fitness stuff with the wall treadmill where you're always gonna fall off, or the stupid Murphy bed from Tiny Living stuff that always crushed you straight out of a Tom and Jerry short. It was just awful, and yet it's still annoying here. Plus, leveling up won't speed up the process nor give you more nectar bottles. Leveling up is solely to unlock new nectar bottles to make, all of which are mostly trash, quite like literally, as one is the literal trash plant in a bottle. Oh yum, just what I want. Diet Coke in a glass bottle. There's just nothing to this gameplay object, and you'll need a nectar bottle shelf to store the stuff to age it, but it takes literally several in-game months, and your average sim lifespan is very short in The Sims 4. So the bottles will be ready by the time your grandchildren's children's children are full-grown adults, borderline elders. Then they can either drink it or sell it for a slightly higher price point than what you would have got when you first bottled the shit.
That sucks.
Horses are just so boring and have nothing to do. They just walk around and shit everywhere. Much like a dog. Or a kid. And you can brush them, clean their hooves, and that's about it. There's not really much else you can do. You can ride them, but more on that later. But for now, you just need a bed, a hay bin, and a water bin for them. Plus, maybe a ball to keep them occupied like a baby elephant at the zoo. Yet, that's basically it in terms of content for horses. Yep, just like cats and dogs, they barely have anything to do. Jesus fucking Christ, Bruce Almighty. Just be warned, owning a horse comes with a con. The con of freaks being obsessed with them, and I'm not talking little girls with their Barbie doll collection. I'm talking the real freaks of nature. Those with man buns and defend the most disgusting of stuff will be prowling the wilderness, seeking your horses and making them into victims.
Snurb, huh?
Vosh, get away from our horses, you freak! Don't make me cut it off this time. I'll do it, dude, I swear.
You can ride horses, but it's nothing special. Much like bikes, it's very restrictive. You can't freely ride them around. You can only ride them on a linear track akin to a rail shooter game of the 90s. So don't go expecting to dash around the new world and discover neat little secrets or anything like that. It's just the same canned animation repeating itself as you ride from one end of the neighborhood and back. Of course, first-person view is jank as ever, much like with Snowy Escape sledding, skiing, and snowboarding. Yeah, they just can't do anything right.
It's raw! You fucking idiot!
I just cannot see how, in a closed-off game like The Sims 4, why would you want to ride a horse, let alone a bike, or even want cars in The Sims fucking 4? You can't freely move around or explore a huge world with stuff in it. This isn't The Sims 3. This isn't Red Dead Redemption. This isn't Grand Theft Auto. So what's the appeal? If I could control where my horse rode around to, maybe then I would not be as bored, but would still be bored. There's just nothing fun about a dumbass animal like a horse. That's only good for glue, zombie chow, and warfare.
He ain't lying.
There's only one other thing you can do with a horse, and no, nothing that involves pulling a Vosh. Instead, you can enter competitions, just like Sims 3 Pets, except here it's still a rabbit hole. Wow. Just wow.
Pathetic.
What a total downgrade. You make horses a full fucking $40 expansion pack, and yet you can't be bothered to make competitions something we can actually see and interact with? I mean, why not? You got the barrels and fence posts outside we can practice with. We can ride our horses around, yet we can't actually have a live competition? At this rate, I'm going to expect whenever they make the Sims 4 make a band together expansion pack or whatever they're going to fucking call it. It's going to be, oh, you want to have a concert in The Sims 4? $40 expansion pack all about bands? It'll be a fucking rabbit hole. Calling it now. So yeah, that was the last thing involving horses. So on to the other section where I'll bitch some more.
Run, run, run!
Outside of Nectar Making and horse ownership, there's just nothing else really to this $40 expansion pack. Maybe you can count the new cringe-inducing cowpoke dance, literally something a Gen Zer would call country dancing when it's not, but whatever. Outside of this new cringe-inducing trash heap of an animation that looks like a newbie's first Wicked Whims animation, that's literally it. You just get nothing else with this DLC. For $40, you get 3 little, barely in-depth and boring gameplay options.
18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Man, the world is so tiny, it's ridiculous. On the surface it looks nice, detailed, and large, but once you zoom the camera around, you find out just how quickly this world is tiny as Journey to Batu. There's nowhere to ride your horse and no reason to ride one in the first place, since you just teleport / fade off the lot in The Sims fucking 4 in the fucking first place.
Calm down, calm down!
At the end of the day, I cannot recommend this $40 stuff pack. There's barely anything here for the asking price, and what is here is so low quality with little to no effort put into it. For a $40 expansion pack, we should have gotten more and better. It's sad that The Sims 3 Pets is still superior to this DLC and The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack.
How sad.
We get literally the same experience in The Sims 3 Pets as we do here, except there we get all the pets together with several we will never see in The Sims 4. Probably. Like turtles, snakes, parrots, lizards, and rodents, with cats and dogs and horses also in there, plus unicorns, also other animals like deer and raccoons.
Guys, stop! You're giving me too many options. I'm only one man here.
This $40 stuff pack doesn't even include anything really new for horses. Everything here is practically available in The Sims 3 Pets. Plus, in that expansion pack, we can actually see our pets' needs, memories, relationships, directly control them, and more. Here, we get none of that.
That's how a scam works.
Don't waste $40 on this piece of shit and spend that on a rack of ribs and make some barbecue instead. Trust me, it'll be worth it a lot more than what you're getting with this DLC.
Ooh, barbecue.
Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.
He's a